check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front yard yelling.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Burrow changing the look. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
And Chase will go in motion left. They'll run on first down. Goodson. And that flag accepted.
Here we go. Can. Stop. 11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On first down, Goodson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Goodson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Goodson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off play action. Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Allen going to change it up. Now Allen on 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Allen. He'll find McMillan here. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They run for the first time with James Cook. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it again with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Allen off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. A give up the middle with Benson. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, Their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Check 99. Check. 5 wide.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Barnes buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now Allen. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Let's get set. Behind. 180. 180.
They'll try the left side. Goodson. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
11 Thomas. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll run with Cook. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They try again with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Benson will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Good move at the 30. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they'll change things up. 11. Burrow will throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Play action. It's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
11.
On second down now, Goodson. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. And Burrow going to change the play.
11 mighty. 12.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Christian Watson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, Cook. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. On play action, Allen. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30, and he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out, and that'll do it for this first half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first down, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Check. 53's mark. 53's mark. Hey, tackle.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To the air, Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cook up the gut. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Allen. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. He ended up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. From 19 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Burrow changing things up here. From the 40 now on second down. Burrow. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll send Watson in motion right. Now it's Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. his numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Third and 2, now Burrow. That is caught, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. They run the counter. Goodson on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second down, Goodson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Santos' kick is up and through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down. Allen. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number one receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Allen. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. To throw is Allen. That is caught by Shakir. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Now Allen. That's complete. It's Charles. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Cook.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here's 1st down.
11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. 11 Thomas.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they'll accept that penalty.
Here we go.
Penalty's not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
12.
Draw play, ETN. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. A final shot now for Burrow. This ball intercepted. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for Buffalo, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.